Hey guys, Adam here. I wanted to just give you a real quick overview here of my new Dalstrong Vagabond leather knife rolls. This is available in the brown or the midnight black. I'm a huge fan of this black. It looks really good. I'm going to be swapping over. You'll see I have most of my daily use knives in the brown one now, and then some of the specialty ones in the black one. So I'm probably going to be switching those over just to use the black one a little more regularly. But wanted to just take a quick video here, shoot you some of the features that I really love about these bags, and then I'll get repositioned, open them up, and go through in detail with you. But we're going to use the brown one today, just because you can see it just a little better here in this light. So as you can see, first and foremost, full-size bags. Super impressive with the size. The internally, it's got two pockets that are specifically designed. Let me see if I can focus this thing here. There we go. Specifically designed for 20-inch blades. Not a lot of bags have that. I've seen them big enough to carry the blades, but as you'll see when we get inside here, it's got these two pockets that are specifically designed to secure those in place. Really great feature. So let's just start out here on the outside and go over some of these features you have here. First off, like I said, Brazilian leather, 100% top grain Brazilian leather. All comes from one hide. No blemishes, no scars, no marks, no bruising. Just absolutely stunning leather. And if you could feel this, I wish you could. This is comparable to any top grain leather in like a sports car that you may have seen. It's actually nicer than the leather in my BMW. So, of course, now my BMW is 2003 model, so that's not saying much. But this, the logo here, huge, really nice embossed Dalstrong logo in brass. As you can see, looks really nice as a contrast on this one, and then on the black one, it is kind of a solid black mirrored finish, which I think that's just stunning. You can't even grasp the beauty of this. On the black, you got a black chrome buckles. These are oversized, heavy-duty buckles. These things are not going anywhere. It's got the roller bar on the top. Here, let me back this over so we can see the brown one here. But again, brass all over on the brown one here. Again, these heavy-duty buckles. These things aren't going anywhere. They're not going to snap. They're not going to fail anytime soon. If you took this off, you could wear this as a belt if you were small enough. I'm not, but anyway, you get the point. High quality stuff. The stitching on here, super amazing stitching. I mean, just look at the quality there. You've got double stitching on both sides here. Everything is just perfectly. Everything's lined up amazingly well. The stitching is heavy duty, so it's not gonna rip or start separating on you. That's obvious. I mean, just as soon as you get it, you'll notice the quality and the craftsmanship that went into this bag. So let's flip over here a little bit. You got your carry handle, really nice stamped in Dalstrong on there. Again, super high-end stitching, heavy duty leather. You got your brass rivets here, 2 on each side, in addition to the stitching. Not gonna let this go. It's not gonna move. I mean, this feels like you're holding on to the handrail in your sports car as you're making you know, a 1.5 G turn or something. Onto the carry strap here. Again, this is the full super heavy duty leather. I mean, look at how thick that strap is. Again, really just nice stitching. Brass rivet finish, not going anywhere. One thing that I hate about knife rolls is the way that the strap affixes. It's usually one of the plastic or even one of the real flimsy metal. You just snap it in there and hope it holds. These guys, heavy duty closures. Again, super thick, nice heavy duty brass. Full swivel, so it's not going to bind up, it's not going to get twisted on you, get uncomfortable. And again, these things are just quality, built to last, zero question. Nice heavy duty D-ring on there to hold the strap in place on both sides. Let's move along. I love this feature. This is an external pocket, obviously business card holder. zippered pocket. It is on the straps, so it's technically removable if you wanted to remove it and carry it around for whatever reason. You know, that's up to you, obviously. Look at this zipper. All right, that is not going anywhere. That is a heavy duty zipper. One of the things that we talked about with Dalstrong is how easily some of these things start separating. You get some of these nylon or even some of the leather bags that have zippers on them. It feels like a standard zipper off of like a decent pair of jeans or maybe chinos, and they fail over time. We carry these things around a lot. We throw them around. We abuse them. We snatch on stuff because we're in a hurry. You know, we put a whole lot of stuff in these pockets, and they kind of bulge on you. So all of that leads to failure in those zippers. This zipper is not going anywhere. Solid metal construction. You can feel it. It's not a plastic. It's not. You know, I believe it's an aluminum. Don't quote me on that, but it feels like it's aluminum, just as light as it is. Again, this really heavy duty pull tab. This, I was surprised at how nice this is. When I first saw it, I was like, man, that is huge. I thought it was going to get in the way. I thought it was going to be annoying. Not in any way. The texture on here is legit. So if your fingers are a little wet, you got on gloves, you need to get in there, you can grab this just about no matter what the situation is. Again, just the little details finished with the logo there. You have that on one side, and then you have the Dalstrong on the other. And again, just a nice big heavy duty, no nonsense. This zipper is not going anywhere. This zipper is going to not fail. This is going to last you, you know, in the marketing and the promo material. They say this is the last knife bag you'll ever need. They're not kidding. Quality construction and materials here is just phenomenal. So right now, as you can see in here, I have a couple of books. I also carry some hand tools in there, just depending on the job or what I'm going to do. Those books are just little recipe books. They live there permanently. I also have a set in this one as well. So phenomenal, just a really phenomenal pocket. Super handy, super useful. I stick my wallet in there. I stick my phone in there, depending on what the job is and how long I'm going to be, you know, in the kitchen or doing whatever. It's just a nice, secure place to put it. I know where it is. I know that zipper is not going to snap and my wallet fall out on the way home. Whatever the case may be. Anything you put in that pocket is going to be there. So let's go ahead and open it up, and we'll take just a real quick glance, and then I'll get repositioned and set up so we can see a little better and go through the inside. Again, that heavy duty strap and those heavy duty buckles just feel so secure anytime you're using this bag. You can just tell these things aren't going anywhere. So I'm going to back out just a little bit here and let you get a full glimpse of this bag. And again, those are the two 20-inch knife pockets that I was telling you about. As you can see, these flaps are secured with a couple of the posts here that you can secure and snap those on depending on the width of the blade. This one could actually go down to the first one if I wanted to, since it's on my little fillet knife, and then, or my carving knife, I'm sorry. And then this one would stay at that second slot because it is a full meat carver. And then again, that third slot, it just gives you so much room there to secure those long knives. They're not bending and folding. That's one of the biggest dangers of putting these big knives in your bag, is they're going to get twisted, they're going to get bent, folded up on each other, so forth and so on. Not going to happen in here because of these little shrouds that they have built in. Great feature. It's actually, I think I've seen that in one other bag. And that was a one-off, a custom job that you had to have done. It took you like 8 weeks to get it made. Really nice bag, but then again, you paid for it. So here on the side, just a couple of little, you know, pocket sleeves. I'm sorry, pen sleeves. You can stick your markers, your pens in here. You can never have enough Sharpies in the kitchen. So that's a big positive there. They're tucked right there out of the way, easy to get to. You can even just undo one of the straps on the outside here. It goes, the buckle comes over here, fling it open, and there you go. You've got access to those right away. So on this side, again, another internal pocket. Everything about the zipper, same heavy duty, I believe, aluminum zipper. Nice big brass pull on there. Got the textured pull tab with the logo on one side and the name on the other. This is a full length pocket, so in here you can see I've got my hand tools, full set of tongs fits in there. I could probably get 2 or 3 sets in there. So I mean, it's a really nice full-size bag. Our pocket there runs almost the length of the bag. Plenty of room in here. Right now I've got probably 10, maybe even a dozen little small hand tools, and just loads of room. I could probably triple what I have in there right now. And because of how heavy duty this zipper is, how big that pull tab is, pretty much one-handed operation, which is really nice if you're in the middle of working, you got something in your other hand, you got, you know, your glove on, you don't want to have to stop and undo everything. So really, really nice pocket there. So here in the middle, I love this feature. I'm actually going to turn this around real quick. And then as soon as we talk about this briefly, then I'm going to reset up and we'll go a little closer in depth on this. But this, in this bag, you've got a total of 14, 7 on each side, standard size pockets, plus again then the 2 20-inch. So this flap in the middle, riveted on here, and then again stitched down the middle, double stitched on the seam here, and then again on this side also stitched in, double layer. So, but what this is, this flap protects your knives obviously from the elements, from anything that you're working. But as you can see, internally I've got another flap, snaps, 2 snap closures on both ends that hold that in place. And what that does is it allows you to stack knives. As you can see, I've got a full-sized slicer here on this end that almost needs to go in that 20-inch pocket, but not quite. So, but it allows me to put another full-size knife on the opposite side and have that leather in between to protect knives, protect your edges. Everybody knows you start banging around knives, the blades together, you start losing that edge that you work so hard to maintain. So again, that nice just strip, nice, thick enough here that you're not going to cut through it. You're not going to damage it easily, anything like that. But it's at the same time, it's super soft and flexible. You're not going to be worried about your knives banging up against it or rubbing on it at all. And again, it really gives you that extra layer of protection in between there. So I'm going to pause here, guys, and kind of get reset up so that we can look at each pocket and then go through a little bit more detail, just what I have in this one. This is my daily use, my Shoguns. So you've seen most of these. I might actually go ahead and open the black one up so we can look inside there, show you the features inside, and look at what I've got in there as well. So cheers, hold tight, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Alright guys, so I wanted to walk through some of the internals on here just a little more in detail, and hope you guys can see everything. And anyway, so like I said, exact same bag, pockets here for Sharpies. Thermometer actually goes really well here. I'm not using the 2 20-inch ones on this one again, just because this is not my daily use. Probably going to be switching that over again though, because I really, really like this black. Again, it's got the really nice logo here. Got that chrome black, all the chrome backed accents, your rivets for your pull tabs, all of your zippers, everything like that. So anyway, again, here we have that same stacking blade. Flap here in the middle. Not sure how I missed that, but anyway, here I've got as you can see, just my single bevels on this end. As you can see, I hope you can see here, each pocket here on each side, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 on each side, so that gives you your 14 plus the 2 20-inch ones that we talked about. Each pocket is individually stitched, so you have double stitching in between the pockets, which is really nice because it keeps things from stretching and getting out of shape and everything. You also have this elastic right here in the middle, which for these isn't a big deal, but you'll notice on some of my D-ring shaped knives, or some of the bigger ones, maybe have a cleaver or something like that, and they have a little bit bigger of a handle. That elastic really comes in handy. Again, just keeps the leather from stretching, keeps from tearing anything up, and again, it's a really, really great just added feature to these. Again, you've got rivets here in addition to the double stitching that just keeps those pockets in place. They're not going anywhere. Another just doesn't have to be there, but just really, really nice feature. I'm going to pull these out now so that we can kind of look, and as you can see, carry this one, again, not every day, but pretty frequently. A couple little nicks in the leather here, but nothing so much that's going to damage it, that's going to cause it to not function properly. Again, you got your 2 snaps closures on this side, so if you want to leave it in, you just fold it out of the way, get whatever you need to out. If you want to take it out because you're not using it, just pull it out, wrap it up, and stick it in your internal pocket. On this side, more than enough room it's going to fit in there, plus all your tools. So the inside of the flap that you lay down over your knives, really soft, not quite a suede feel, which is good. I've seen some with suede, they last about a week, just getting wet, you got water everywhere in the kitchen. This suede starts kind of tearing and peeling and shredding off of there. This is just a really nice, it's just a different way of tanning the leather, I believe. I'm not a leather guy, so don't hold me to that. But you see some of the stitching for the outside pocket goes through all the way through both sets. You got your reinforcement here. It's the same. You've got your double reinforced stitching there as well. We talked about the individual pockets. The same on this end. You got your rivets on both sides, double stitched dividers down the middle with the elastic in here. One thing that I really like about this bag, as opposed to a lot of that I've used in the future or in the past, and I'll look and see if I have one real quick to show you. But these are, I mean, these are full size, just sushi knives. You know, this is a full size. This isn't a massive knife, but this is a full size knife that we use on a regular basis. And a lot of these bags, you just barely have room to get it in here, and so you're constantly worried about that tip. You can put your sheath or your protector back on the blade, but then your bag doesn't roll up nice, and then it gets out of shape and gets uncomfortable, hard to carry, it won't balance, you lay it down, it falls over, rolls off the table. Having a bag that is big enough to carry literally 14, 16 full size, you know, knives in here. I think this is a 12 and a half, maybe 13. So you can get those in the middle, put your flap down, and then you can put another one right on top of it. I wouldn't suggest it, just because, you know, you want to balance things out a little bit. If you've got a really long knife on the bottom, put a little bit shorter one on the top, whatever, however you feel comfortable with it though. But just knowing that they're going to fit in here, and the tips aren't so close to that edge that you're constantly worried about, you know, am I going to damage it? Is it going to roll off the table and break? All of those things. So this bag just really makes me feel a lot better about that. You know, all in all, after a few months of using these bags, carrying them around, putting them in the back of my truck, carrying them on my shoulders, throwing them in suitcases, traveling with them, I mean, you can see very little wear and tear on them. It's a little dusty now. That's just legit dusty. But just, they're gonna hold up, you know, and again, all the marketing and the POS material that the Dalstrong workshop put out about these, they repeatedly said the last bag you'll ever need. I truly believe that if you buy one of these bags, you take care of it properly, this bag is gonna last you every bit as long as your knives are gonna last you. And with the quality, craftsmanship, the materials that Dalstrong is just already known for in this industry, they brought back to their Dalstrong workshop lineup. I think that everything that I have seen from the Dalstrong workshop has impressed me as much, if not more so in some cases, than their knives. I've kind of gotten used to Dalstrong knives being up there, top quality, even though the pricing is not astronomical, out of this world. Super high-end brand name, been around for 5,000 years and never changed anything prices. But the quality and the craftsmanship and the workmanship on these bags is second to none. I've owned vinyl bags, I've owned canvas wax bags, I've owned the hard-sided cases, I've owned aluminum briefcases, I've used high dollar and cheap toolboxes from the hardware store. I have used custom leather knife rolls. I have one in there. It's custom made, has my name on it. It's a fantastic knife roll. I love it. But unfortunately, it's only about this tall. And so you go to put a 10-inch blade in there, and that tip sticks out just enough. that I can't use it. I cannot put a 10-inch knife in a roll that's going to allow that tip to be exposed and possibly, you know, heaven forbid it break off if something happens, bag rolls off the table, you know, I get knocked down, trip, fall, slip, there's no telling. If that tip's gone, then the knife is basically worthless. Or even worse, you're walking home to a crowded bus station or a train station, and that tip's sticking out just far enough, it slices somebody's arm open or leg open. When you kind of set it down, you know, there's no telling what can happen with that. So to have a bag that is full size, allows for this many knives, again, 14 full length, full size knives in any configuration you need, plus the two additional pockets here. Again, rivets, the elastic strap, double stitch. I love these little restraints right here. You can put your longer blades in here. You can fasten them down as tight as you need to. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to get bent. They're not going to get warped or damaged. And I just, like I said, the last knife bag, the last knife roll you'll ever need, Dalstrong. This is the Vagabond series. Again, this is Midnight Black. I can't recall what the brown is, but there's only two colors available, the Midnight Black and then the tan or brown. If you forced me, if I had to choose, I would go with the black. Just because I love that modern look of it, that black chrome with all the accents, totally killer look to me, just absolute stunning. You know, this logo on the front, just, I mean, to me that just says it all. That is such a phenomenal look there. The tan with the traditional brass, the brown with the traditional brass on it, lovely bag. Again, all the same features, everything's identical to it, with the exception of it's tan and brass as opposed to the black on black, and I love that look. So I do want to show you guys one more thing. Give me 2 seconds and we'll get that set up and let you take a look. Alright, so last thing I wanted to show you guys, and this is just blew my mind. This is the box that my bags came in. Actually, this is the box that one of them came in, not both. Each one has their own box. I know you can't see it on camera, but this box, it's the little things that make such a difference. This box is as rigid of a box as they come. I mean, it holds up. It wants to last. Nice heavy duty box. I very rarely keep something like this when I order a bag, a knife roll. What's the point? I need the roll, not the box. I don't plan on. I'm keeping these boxes so that should I need to store my knives for long term, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna actually take this gorgeous, really nice, I want to say that's like a satin, I'm not real sure, I'm not 100% on fabrics other than my Brazilian leather bags, but this nice satin drawstring bag. I'm gonna put my knife roll back into the nice satin drawstring. I'm gonna close that up. I'm gonna put it in this amazingly sturdy box. I'm gonna put the lid back on it, and that's how I'm gonna store them long term should I need to. Is that something that matters at the end of the day? Probably not. I bring it up because in my world, in our world, as chefs, details matter. Little bitty things like this just set Dalstrong apart. You know, the boxes the knives come in, those have kind of come into fashion with a lot of companies now. You're not getting packaging like this from most knife roll manufacturers. Heavy duty, nice. I mean, I don't even want to call this cardboard. It's that heavy duty. And then again, on the inside, should you ever need to store your knives for whatever reason, really nice satin drawstring bag. Dalstrong Workshop logo on there. I mean, it's just, again, these little details really set Dalstrong apart. If they're putting this much focus and emphasis on the packaging, you can rest assured that much more energy, effort, and time went into designing that knife roll itself. So, listen, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Happy to get those answered as best I can. If for some reason I can't answer it right away, I will get an answer for you. Hopefully we've got some some more videos coming out soon. Dalstrong has been blowing it up with new products, new knife lines, new knives for their current lines, additional Dalstrong workshop product lines. Their aprons, I got aprons coming up. Some of these aprons are going to absolutely blow your mind. A couple other knife rolls that they're doing, waxed canvas and leather. I'm a huge fan of waxed canvas bags. Loads of reasons, I'll tell you all about those. Again, the new knife series, Crusader series, solid stainless steel. Little preview here for you guys of those. If you can see it, let me see if I can get that to zoom in there for you. This is the steak knife picture, but look at that beauty. I can tell you now, super fun knives to use. Amazing feel to them, razor sharp edge, and the stainless that they used is just out of this world. And if you haven't seen it yet, loads of people have been asking for a knife block set for the Shogun series. We've had the Gladiator series has had a couple of different box sets for a while now. If you were unaware, check out the website. We now have a block set with the Shogun. Let's see if I can get you in here. Not only is this the Shogun, but it is the X series, 5-piece X series, Shogun X series, 5-piece knife block. That block is absolutely stunning. That stainless steel in the bottom. No steak knives in this set. All actual kitchen culinary use knives. Take a look at that online. I'll also be showing you guys that here soon as well. So take care. Any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, hit me up in the comments. And again, Dalstrong Workshop, if you're in the need for a knife roll, I can assure you the Vagabond will be the last knife roll you will ever need. Thank you guys, man. Have a great day.